green portal fluid dissolves flesh on contact. Bodies pile up in seconds. The Citadel of Ricks, that untouchable fortress of genius, burns from the inside out. And standing at the center of this massacre, not a Rick, not a god, not even a villain you'd expect. A 14-year-old kid in a yellow shirt steps through a golden portal, leaving behind thousands of corpses. This is a Morty, the same species that gets dragged through dimensions as human shields. The same kids who fail every test and stumble through adventures. Except this one just murdered an entire civilization. How does a sidekick become the most dangerous being in the multiverse? You're about to find out why every Rick should have been terrified all along. 27 Ricks lie dead across the multiverse, their brains liquefied, their dimensions violated. Someone is hunting the smartest beings alive, and they're doing it with surgical precision. The Council of Ricks arrests our Rick, C137, the one you follow every episode, for these murders. They strap him to a chair. They pull out a device that tortures Mortys just to test if he's guilty. Because here's the thing about Ricks, they'd all sacrifice a Morty without blinking. That's how they measure innocence. But Rick C137 didn't do it, so he breaks free because prison can't hold the smartest mammal in the universe and drags Morty straight into danger to find the real killer. They track the murder signal to a hideout that makes your stomach turn. Picture this, hundreds of Mortys suspended in midair, writhing in agony, their screams creating a frequency that hides evil Rick's location. These kids aren't prisoners, they're living technology, meat shields programmed to suffer. Our Rick defeats evil Rick with help from a Morty rebellion. Finally, the sidekicks fight back. Victory tastes sweet for exactly 3 seconds. Then the Citadel authorities perform an autopsy. They find a transmitter chip buried in evil Rick's brain. Someone else controlled every move. Someone who watched everything through his eyes. Someone who's still here. A rescued Morty with an eye patch slips through the crowd. Nobody notices him peel off that patch. Nobody sees him crush a small controller under his heel. He vanishes into a sea of identical yellow shirts while the council celebrates their win. They just let the real killer walk free. But here's what'll keep you up at night. During the fight, while our Rick was distracted, this Morty scanned his brain. He downloaded something Rick has hidden from everyone. Something that changes everything. What secret could be worth orchestrating 27 murders? And why would a Morty need it? 2 seasons pass. Evil Morty erases himself from every database, every record, every memory bank in the Citadel. Then our Rick accidentally destroys the Council of Ricks during a completely unrelated adventure, creating the exact power vacuum a patient predator needs. The Citadel rebuilds. Elections begin, and among the candidates, a Morty. The campaign managers laugh. The debate moderators smirk. A Morty running for president is like a goldfish running for Shark King. The Citadel's caste system runs deeper than you think. Ricks live in penthouses while Mortys work in factories that literally extract happy memories from dead Ricks and bake them into cookies. Mortis attends schools that teach one subject: how to die for your Rick. This society was built on oppression so normalized that nobody questions it anymore. Then candidate Morty takes the debate stage. He doesn't stutter, he doesn't apologize. He speaks truth that cuts through every Rick's superiority complex. The division between Ricks and Mortys is a lie. We're all the same. We deserve better. The crowd erupts. Even Ricks in the audience feel something they've never felt before, threatened by a Morty's words. The joke candidate becomes the frontrunner overnight. His campaign manager discovers the truth. He finds evidence linking candidate Morty to the eyepatch killer. Before he can expose anything, security guards, on President Morty's orders, drag him to an airlock. They don't just kill him, they eject him into the vacuum of space while he clutches the evidence that could have saved everyone. Evil Morty watches through the window as his former ally suffocates in silence. He wins by a landslide. First day in office, within a week, he's rewritten every law. Ricks can now legally kill their Mortys without consequence. The liberation candidate becomes the ultimate dictator, but here's the genius. He's not ruling to rule. Every dead Rick, every traumatized Morty, every twisted law is building towards something bigger. What does a Morty want that's worth becoming a monster? And why does he need absolute power to get it? Season 5 arrives with an invitation. President Morty wants Rick and Morty to join him for dinner at the Citadel. Our Morty thinks maybe, just maybe, this president wants to talk peace. Rick knows better. When the spider invites the fly, you're not there for conversation. They go anyway. Evil Morty serves appetizers like nothing's wrong, makes small talk about adventures, then drops his mask completely. Remember that brain scan from season 1? He's finished downloading everything. He knows Rick's deepest secret, the one thing Rick would kill universes to protect, the Central Finite Curve. Your whole life has been a lie. Every dimension Rick and Morty visit, every adventure they survive, every reality you've watched for 5 seasons, all carefully selected. The Central Finite Curve is a cosmic wall that separates all universes where Rick is the smartest being from the infinite universes where he isn't. Rick and his variants built a cage around infinity itself, creating a playground where they're always gods, and Mortys are always slaves. Evil Morty shows our Morty the truth through Rick's own memories. Rick's orchestrated Jerry and Beth's relationship across infinite realities just to mass-produce Mortys. Your favorite duo? Manufactured. Your beloved adventures? Staged in a cosmic prison. Every Morty who ever lived was born to be cannon fodder. Rick tries to shoot Evil Morty. The bullets dissolve against a force field. Rick empties his portal gun in rage. Nothing works, because Evil Morty isn't here to fight. He's here to leave, and he's taking the whole system down with him. Green portal fluid, the same substance that creates doorways between worlds, floods the Citadel, but Evil Morty weaponized it. Touch it and you dissolve. Try to portal away. You materialize in a death dimension. Activate a clone body. The Phoenix Protocol turns you into a meat smoothie. Within minutes, thousands of Ricks and Mortys melt into nothing. The smartest beings in their universes reduce to puddles. The Citadel crumbles. Buildings collapse into portal acid. Ships explode. The center of infinite Rick power dies screaming. And at the heart of this apocalypse, Evil Morty stands at the dimensional drive, watching his plan complete. The Central Finite Curve cracks. The wall between Rick's playground and true infinity shatters. He offers our Morty one chance. Come with me. See what exists beyond Rick. Even Rick, bleeding and broken, tells Morty it might be the better choice. But Morty can't leave his Rick. Maybe it's Stockholm Syndrome. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's fear. Evil Morty expected this. His escape pod has one seat. It always had one seat. He steps through a golden portal, not green like Rick's, but gold like something entirely new. The last image, Evil Morty floating through a strange new multiverse, finally free. Behind him, the Citadel is gone. The portal network is dead. Nobody can travel between dimensions anymore. The cost? Thousands of lives. The reward? True freedom. He didn't want to rule. He didn't want revenge. He just wanted out. And when you're trapped in someone else's story, sometimes the only way out is to burn the whole book. Evil Morty refused to be a sidekick in Rick's narrative. He wrote his own ending. The smartest Rick in the multiverse just got outsmarted by a 14-year-old who was supposed to be worthless. Makes you wonder, if one Morty could see through the lie, how many others are waiting? And now that the cage is broken, what happens when infinity comes knocking? But there's one detail everyone missed. During his escape, Evil Morty left something behind. A message, a warning, a promise. Check out our previous video to discover what every Rick should fear most about the multiverse beyond the curve. Because Evil Morty wasn't the first to escape, he was just the first to survive it.